Let's talk about Trevaline Evans, a 52 years old happily married woman who mysteriously disappeared into thin air from her antique shop at Church Street in the town of Llangollen. I'm going to break it down in details, but before we dive deep into the story, kindly subscribe to my channel. Like, share, and comment your thoughts about this story. Thank you. Trevaline spent the evening with her husband, Richard Evans, who had recently returned from their holiday cottage in Ross-on-Sea, 30 miles away. Witnesses say nothing seemed unusual between them. She told a friend she had plans to spend the next day working in her antique shop, Attic Antiques, and was looking forward to a relaxed evening afterward. That night, she stayed alone at their home on Market Street, Llangollen, because Richard returned to the holiday cottage early the next morning to continue renovations. Trevaline Evans was born on the 6th of September, 1937, and at the time of her disappearance, she was 52 years old. She lived in the town of Llangollen, Denbighshire, North Wales, where she ran her own antiques business. The shop was called Attic Antiques, located on Church Street. Friends and customers described her as well-liked, friendly, and leading a normal, settled life. In the morning of Saturday, the 16th of June, 1990, began as a typical day for Trevaline. She opened her shop at about 9:30 a.m., parked her dark blue Ford Escort estate some 200 yards away, and over the morning about 25 friends or customers visited the shop. Witnesses said she seemed relaxed, in good spirits, and had plans for that evening. At approximately 12:40 p.m., she left a handwritten note on the front door of the shop. Back in 2 minutes. Shortly after leaving that note, she was seen purchasing an apple and a banana from a nearby vendor on Castle Street and crossing the street. The last confirmed sighting of her that day was at approximately 2:30 p.m. near her home on Market Street in Llangollen. There were two further unconfirmed sightings, one at 2:35 p.m. of a woman matching her description walking out of town along the A5 towards Corwin, and another at 3:45 p.m. of a woman matching her description walking into Park Avenue from the direction of the River Dee. When Trevaline failed to return, her family and the police arrived at the shop and found several significant things. Her handbag, car keys, and jacket remained inside the shop. Some fruit and flowers she had bought, or planned to take home, were also present. The car she had driven in remained parked as she had left it. The shop door had the note on it, back in 2 minutes, and the premises did not appear to have signs of violent struggle or forced entry. These details suggested she had expected to return shortly and did not appear to have planned a long absence. Investigators noted the strangeness of the case. As one detective put it, "This undoubtedly is the strangest inquiry I have ever been involved with. How a happily married woman could vanish without trace on a sunny Saturday morning in a busy town center is totally baffling beyond comprehension." The disappearance triggered one of the largest missing person investigations in North Wales. Some key details. Every household in the town of Llangollen was visited by police, as well as many in neighboring areas. Over 1,500 names were checked, and around 700 cars were eliminated from the inquiry. The local waterways, the River Dee and the Llangollen Canal, caves, mine shafts, and other potentially hazardous spots in the surrounding countryside were searched. In January 2001, the case was reopened in hopes that new forensic techniques might help. Trevaline's husband, Richard Evans, was arrested in June 2001 as part of the investigation, but later released without charge. Despite the extensive investigation, no trace of Trevaline, no body, no reliable evidence of her last movements beyond that afternoon has ever been found. 5. Theories and unusual developments. Over the years, several theories and unusual developments have emerged in relation to Trevaline's disappearance. Abduction, murder. Given the circumstances, personal items left behind, car unchanged, no financial activity, many investigators believe Trevaline was abducted and murdered, though no body has been found. Sightings and well-dressed man. One witness reported seeing a smartly dressed man in a blazer talking with Trevaline shortly before she left the shop. An artist's impression was drawn up, but the lead did not produce a confirmed suspect. In 2023, a documentary suggested a possible link to convicted killer Christopher Hallowell, though this remains unproven and is speculative. In recent years, bench plaques and messages have appeared in areas near sites connected with Trevaline's holiday bungalow and other locations, suggesting someone believed her body had once been buried or moved. However, none of this has produced verified evidence. It still remains a mystery because the disappearance of Trevaline Evans remained the most baffling cold cases in the history of North Wales for several reasons. As it happened in broad daylight, in a busy small town centre on a Saturday, yet no trace, no credible abduction was witnessed or confirmed. She left behind her personal belongings, including her handbag and keys, which suggests she did not intend to vanish voluntarily. Her car remained parked. No financial transactions or bank withdrawals were made after her disappearance. No body or forensic trace has ever been found despite exhaustive searches. The original investigation may have been hampered by the classification as a missing person inquiry rather than a murder investigation from the start. Some of the key unanswered questions include: what were Trevaline's exact movements between her last confirmed sighting at 2:30 p.m. and the time she disappears from view? Who was the man seen talking to her before she left the shop? And could he have played a role? Was the note "back in 2 minutes" simply a normal lunch break indicator, as many shops use, or was it part of something more sinister? Did Trevaline unexpectedly leave with someone she knew, or was she forcibly removed? If a crime was committed, where is the body or remains, and why has no trace ever been uncovered? As of today, Trevaline Evans remains missing, and officially the case remains unsolved. She was in many ways ordinary, a local businesswoman, known and liked in her community, running a small antiques shop. Yet her disappearance is extraordinary in its lack of closure. Headlines still refer to it as one of the strangest disappearances in North Wales. Perhaps she had arranged to meet someone she trusted, like a friend or someone interested in making a purchase. But the meeting ended in disaster. It's still unclear whether this was a premeditated crime or simply a crime of opportunity. Speculations surrounding Trevaline's disappearance included the possibility that she had voluntarily vanished to start a new life. Another theory suggested that she was somehow spiritually displaced by an unknown entity or spiritual force that operated beyond the realm of her control. A thorough search of all accessible areas was conducted over several months, but no remains were recovered. The lack of discovery persists even after decades, with erosion and modern search technology failing to uncover any evidence. North Wales will be forever haunted by the mystery of Trevaline Evans, a disappearance that defies explanation until the truth is finally laid to rest with the discovery of her remains or the emergence of a reliable witness. A stark reminder that even the most uneventful days can hold extraordinary secrets. Her family continues to hope for answers, though many years have passed. For the local town of Llangollen, the case remains a chilling reminder of how someone can vanish from a familiar place, leaving behind more questions than answers. Thank you for watching this far. Let me know your thought about this story. Do you think she was abducted by someone, or she disappeared to have a new life somewhere else? Or is there a possibility that she is dead even when there's no evidence to prove that? Please let me know your thoughts at the comments section. Kindly like and subscribe to my channel so you would be notified when I post another crime documentary.